If you're looking for a video to play while you eat your meal, you have found the right video. This is going to be at least probably 30 minutes of me yapping. I'm hopping into the Goliath. Let's get started. So this is not like the de facto default Goliath. I've created a custom one where I can, use any kind of car I want, any kind of class. So this is just a stock Ferrari 430. It's my favorite car. Anyways, I want to talk about something in this video. And I have never been more impressed and disappointed in a game than I am with Horizon 6. There are so many things that this game does better than any other game. The graphics, the car selection, the sound, the map. The map is amazing, right? But the one thing that almost single-handedly ruins this game for me is the economy, like once you finish the main game. And I know that's not a new complaint. Everyone's been making that complaint about Horizon for like 3 or 4 games in a row now. But in this video, I want to talk about something like the way that I've been trying to enjoy the game in spite of that. So that's why I can never remember. Is this called the Goliath or the Colossus? I think it's the Goliath, but I told you this was 30 minutes of me yapping. This is the only mode I've found where I can just do something. Hold on, I gotta turn off the HUD for the skill points. That just triggers me. Like I need a clean. I don't want every 5 seconds to see speed. Okay, turn that off. Thank goodness. All right. This mode, the custom Goliath, is the only mode I've found where I can just do what is intrinsically rewarding in this game, which is to drive. Right? I just want to drive around Japan at a brisk pace in cars that I love. However, this is and let me know in the comments if there's a better way of doing this. This is the only way of doing that I've found that even slightly rewards me with credits or wheel spins or whatever. So my biggest gripe with this game, and I think it almost, obviously I'm playing this game. I've paid full price for it, and I'm putting a lot of hours on it, so it's not like it prevents me from playing it, but this game just feels like wasted potential. I don't know why it's so hard for the Horizon team to add some sort of ongoing like replayability or like the ability to get some sort of satisfaction out of the game. I know I'm rambling, but hold on. This race is very long. I will get what I'm trying to say out eventually. I don't like that the only way you get rewarded is wheel spins. You really don't get rewarded with enough credits to ever buy the cars that you want. Maybe a few cars worth, but the main way that you eventually get all the cars that you would want in this game is through wheel spins, more wheel spins, or the weekly festival playlist rewards, or more wheel spins. And here's what I'm trying to say. There's a point to this. It feels like and this is the thesis of my whole video. It feels like I'm spending most of my time in this game not driving, which is what this game is amazing at. And I feel like I'm spending most of my time navigating menus and like reading little checklists and little random things and tasks and just navigating menus and fast traveling or, like nothing that is intrinsically rewarding rewards you in this game. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's take Gran Turismo 7, for example. What is intrinsically rewarding about that game? Driving at a brisk pace, racing, taking different cars that you really like on different tracks that you really like and just driving. Okay, that's what's intrinsically rewarding. And what so happens to be the way that you progress and like earn credits in that game? By racing and driving. So the thing that is fun and is intrinsically rewarding is what gives you credits and lets you buy more cars and feel like you're building your collection and progressing in the game. Okay, now go over to Horizon 6. What I'm doing right now is what I want to be doing in this game all of the time. Just driving a car I love on a track or environment that I love, earning some credits for it. Okay, this Colossus, Goliath race I'm doing right now, I think it's going to pay me about like 250,000 credits, and it takes about a half an hour, somewhere between 20 minutes to a half hour, depending on how fast your car is. You get 500,000 credits, and that's fun. Like, this is intrinsically rewarding for me. Like, this is why I bought the game at full price. This game has incredible graphics, an incredible list of cars, the sound design, the map design, the physics for what they are. I mean, everything about this game is top notch. I just wish there was more content in the game that was actually just driving and getting rewarded for it. It just feels like this game is like random task simulator, not a driving simulator. I don't want to... Oh, it just infuriates me because the potential this game has... I mean, it has potential to be like the greatest racing game of all time. Unbeatable, untouchable. But as it stands, the game is really good as a sandbox. I give it an A++++ as a sandbox. But as a video game, I give it an F-. I need to invent a new letter for how bad it is as a video game, not just as a sandbox. As a video game, there's just nothing to keep you coming back. I mean, once you beat the main campaign, I don't know, it just feels really random. You just log on and you're like, okay, well, surely the game just came out. Surely there's more to do, right? Like, I'll find something to do, and I find myself just driving around the map, but that doesn't reward you, like, almost at all. Basically, it doesn't reward you at all. Once you've picked up all the little collectibles and, you know, done most of the speed traps and the jumps, driving around the map doesn't reward you. And racing the same little tiny 3-lap circuits over and over and over seems miserable, because it's not like they're real-world tracks, and it's not like they're even long enough to sink your teeth into it. I don't know. I just think this game needs more long races like the Goliath or the Colossus or whatever. And it needs some sort of way of like rewarding you for what you intrinsically are already rewarded. Like, just the fun. What's the sheer fun of this game? Driving around in cars you love in an environment you like. So I know I'm repeating myself, but I don't know. I just found myself... Let me know in the comments, have you found a way to actually like enjoy yourself in this game while still progressing in terms of like credits and getting the cars? And it feels like the game lets you progress when it wants you to. And what I mean by that is like the game decides, okay, no matter what you like, there's no way to make more credits. The game says you can have a wheel spin now. Okay, you can have a wheel spin now. I don't know. I wish they would just get rid of I know they're never going to do this. I'm not saying this thinking that they're ever going to do this. If there's even one person out there that plays the game, and I'm just trying to share my philosophy with other people to see if I'm the only one that thinks this way. And I mean, this is not the joy of YouTube. You're just like, hey, is there anyone else out there in the whole world that's kind of having these same thoughts as me? I wish they would get rid of wheel spins entirely, and I wish they would just give you a healthy amount of credits for racing. So I can choose which cars I want to buy when I want to buy them. I don't want my garage filled up with all of these elite million credit cars that I didn't choose. It takes away the whole fun of the entire game. And I know 1,000 billion people have already made this point. I'm just trying to cohesively... Well, this video is anything but cohesive. I'm just trying to get all my thoughts out there in one video, one ramble. So, yeah, I just wish they would get rid of wheel spins, just give you money. I want a little bit of a grind. I don't want every dream car immediately. Like, I'm not needing instant progression. I want a little bit more variety other than this race. Was this the Goliath? I want more variety of just actually enjoyable driving, actually things that I would do even if I wasn't being... That's what I would summarize. I want things that I would do in the game even if I wasn't being given money or credits. I want those types of things to give me money and credits. That's a good game design loop. That is a loop that keeps you coming back until the next game comes out endlessly, and it's fun. The things that we want to do, even if they weren't given credits, should give you credits. I had another point. Let me try to let me drive for 10 seconds without talking and try to remember the point. Yes, my other point was, and again, I'm not the first person to say this, but I wish that there was some way to earn slightly more credits, like the more work you put into something. Like, I wish there was some way to, like, level up, you know, whether you were, like, investing points in a skill tree. That's overly complicating it. But I'm just saying, like, the more you play the game, you should get like, you should make more credits. And it should it can be skill-based, right? Like, they could give you harder and harder races that aren't just... Look, I understand they want the game to be accessible to the widest possible audience. I'm not saying to change anything about the core game the way that it is. I'm saying, like, leave all of that exactly how it is so that the game is accessible to the widest possible audience. Once you beat the main campaign, they should open up some other screens and some other settings and some other ways of approaching the game where, like, get rid of the difficulty sliders and just have different races so that all of us in the world, like, it's the same, like, create an event somewhere on the map like this, right? This is the Colossus, that is just a set difficulty, and it's actually like a fun challenge, and it actually pays you a good amount. Or, you know what I mean? Like, add different events on the map that pay out better. Wouldn't that be fun if it, like, actually required some driving skill and racing skill, and like, the better you got at it, the more it paid you, and wouldn't that, like, how fun would that be? And then if your garage wasn't just already filled with random 5 million credit cars that you didn't pick. I don't know, there's just... The replayability of this game could have been an 11 out of 10, but the way they've set it up, it's almost like they want it to be a 0 out of 10. I find this game... I have a lot of thoughts because I've been playing this series since the first one, since Forza Horizon 1, and I've been playing Motorsport since Motorsport 3. So I have a lot of... I mean, I just love this franchise and series. I feel like they went out of their way to make this game as not replayable as possible. I don't know. I don't understand why it's designed the way that it is. I think the numbers are going to show. I know this game broke all kinds of records, and, like, the concurrent player, just on Steam alone. Forget about Xbox and later this year when PS5 gets it. Just Steam alone, this game, you know, the sales and the concurrent players, like, it's wildly, wildly successful. However, what is that player base going to look like 6 months from now, a year from now, a year and a half from now? I don't know. You know, I hope they add some new features or whatever. You know, it seems to me the only way they expect this game to stay replayable is the weekly festival playlist, which is just not enjoyable at all for me. It's not. Every once in a while, there will be a halfway fun, like, speed trap where it's like you actually have to take a little bit of creativity and go, okay, what kind of... Because you fail it, you know, maybe the first try, and you're like, okay, what kind of car and how should I upgrade it to get the 3 stars? Like, that's a little bit fun. It's still not that much fun. Other than that, I don't know. The festival playlists are not fun for me. I don't think it's too much to ask for in a game like this. I just want more variety in race events that pay out decently. I want to race because it's inherently enjoyable. That's why I paid my hard-earned money for a racing game. And then I want to choose which of my favorite cars end up in my garage. You know? So, I don't know. As the game stands, I mean, it's a really good game. Like, I can't stop playing it. Just the graphics and the map and just the car roster. It's such an amazing... I mean, look, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I wouldn't be making this video unless I was just obsessed with the game. It's amazing. I'm just really jonesing for some sort of, like, replayability, or just be able to play it in a chill way and actually make some credits. What's funny is if you, like, search for this game on YouTube, some of the first videos that come up are like money method glitch, get 50 trillion jillion wheel spins in dollars. And people just pump out videos like that every day or every other day. And the reason is simple. It's because there is no way other than through, like, you know, the skill point glitches and the wheel spin glitches. They're not glitches. They're just maps that let you farm a bunch of skill points, and then you buy a certain card to get a super wheel spin. Let's not call it a glitch, but the reason that those videos and methods exist is because there's no way to just intrinsically, naturally play the game and progress or get rewarded. Like, you know what I mean? But those types of maps that give you the skill points, and I realize this video, to anyone who doesn't play this game a ton, sounds like the ramblings of a truly like psychotic, crazy person. But if you play this game a lot and you play the series a lot, everything I'm saying, you're like, yep, that makes sense. Even if I don't agree with it, it makes sense. But anyways, I had too many coffees, in case you couldn't tell. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't even know. What I'm doing right now is what I enjoy in this game, you know. So I just wish there was more variety like this that paid out decently. I don't know. I feel like at this point, you know what I mean. Anyways, yeah. My point is, like, let me give you an example. We were talking about the money glitch methods that you farm skill points and wheel spins with. People do that. I've done it a little bit in previous Horizons because, like, the game just doesn't have anything that's enjoyable. There is no enjoyable grind or meaningful grind or fun grind in this game. There's like little tiny 3-lap races. It pays next to nothing, and then you're just hoping that the wheel spin gives you something good. It's so unsatisfying. This game actually feels like some kind of like sick torture. I don't mean the game, I mean the reward system and progression system. Earlier today, I had a super wheel spin. I'm not complaining that it gave me like 5,000 credits, but the third slot was a mini skirt. It's got to be a sick joke. Like, these jokes write themselves. Like, I mean, I don't know how to further prove the point I'm trying to make. Like, Gran Turismo 7 has been out for years, and I still boot it up. I have fun. I go, okay, what's a car that I haven't driven in a while, or what's a car that I haven't even bought yet? Okay, let me tune it the way I like it. Let me go take it to a few of my favorite in real life tracks. Oh, even if I wasn't getting credits for doing that, I'm getting credit, like it's fun, and then I get some credits. With those credits, I can buy more cars that I want to experiment with. It's not rocket science. That game's been out for years, and I have just as much fun now as when it came out. I don't know why the Horizon game can't add some sort of, like, late game different, like, look, Horizon clearly knows. Now we're getting good. Now we're getting to a good theory here. Horizon can do the best of both worlds. Like, they know what they're doing in terms of making a widely accessible game to a huge audience. The sales count and concurrent player count speaks for itself. Like, obviously, they really know what they're doing, right? Like, we all shell out our hard-earned money. We buy it. People that aren't even into racing games really buy these games. It's incredibly successful. However, people who are passionate about driving and racing games, like, we all have almost the exact same complaints about these games. I really don't understand why they can't leave everything about the game the way it is, that makes it accessible to a huge audience, that makes it as successful as it is, because it's so successful, and I want it to stay successful because it's like a shining beacon in the race game genre. It really feels like the driving and racing game genre is like thinning out, and it's just not a popular genre anymore. So I want Horizon to do whatever it takes to stay super successful and mainstream and accessible to everyone. But would it really hurt them to add some sort of like end game mode, or like grind mode, or like passionate mode that scratches this itch that, like, because we're all, if you watch people's critiques of the games or people's reviews of the games, like, everyone's saying the exact same thing. Like, we all want the exact same thing. So, and again, you don't have to have You're not going to have all the exact same opinions as me. You can love I love the game the way it is. Like, in terms of every aspect about it, other than just the gamification, the reward, the satisfaction aspect. Like, the game itself, graphics, physics, sound, car roster, map, it's so good. It's so good. I just wish they could work on the gamification and making it actually replayable and satisfying. Anyways, now we're truly repeating ourselves, but I just want to finish this race. For you. We've got to be getting somewhat close to the end. Let me know in the comments, have you had some of these thoughts before? And more importantly, how are you playing the game? This game, look, okay, I found a new thing to talk about that I wanted to talk about. This game feels like an existential question. It's like, if you love cars, it's hard to not, when you get some free time, boot up this game, right? You're like, oh my gosh, every dream car I could ever even imagine is in this game. I want to play this game. Turn it on. I want to play it. Boot it up. Launch the game. Then you get in here, though, and you're like, there is nothing to do. Like, I just want to drive around the map, and I want to race something that's longer than like 3 miniature laps, and there's just nothing to do. So I find that this game, like, you have to provide your own meaning. Sometimes I like that. Look, like in Gran Turismo 7, I like that it's like existential. You're like, okay, what are some cars I want to try out and experiment with? Which tracks do I want to take them on? That kind of existential is good. But then, at least in Gran Turismo 7, that loop of like, experiment, get a little bit of credits, use that credits to buy some more cars, that keeps you going. In this game, even the reward system feels existential. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not just saying like which cars and where do you want to drive them. I'm saying, like, why are you even playing the game? Because the game isn't rewarding you for anything that you want to do. Other than this. What is this? The Colossus, the Goliath? This is the only thing in the game I've found that is satisfying and actually rewards me a little bit. So, I don't know. I just feel like a game with this many cars and this big of a map should have infinite replayability. But from what I've seen, the game has not been out that long. It's been out for what, like 12 days or 12 or 13? I don't know. There's just not that much to do. Like, the festival playlist is not something that's ever going to really interest me. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is this map could keep me glued for a long time. I just wish they would add more routes and like longer racetracks and pay out decently, and just, I don't know. I'm not the game designer. They're the game designers. All I'm asking for is like, can you please add some sort of design to the game that like makes it satisfying to keep coming back to? Because right now, for the last several Horizons, it feels like you have to bring your own motivation and like existential, like, why am I booting up? Like, what am I gonna do when I boot up the game? Because there's so much content in it. Like I'm not done with the game yet. I'm nowhere close to being done with this game. I want to keep playing it. There's so many cars, but I get in it and I'm like, I don't really, like, what am I supposed to be doing now that I finished the campaign? What do I do? I'm doing what's enjoyable, this Goliath race. Other than that, am I really just supposed to like race the little 3-lap races 50,000 million times until I get enough credits and wheel spins to buy like a few of my favorite cars? I don't know. I really don't know. I guess it feels like like they've created the perfect canvas with this game, but like they didn't give us like paintbrushes or paint. They're like, okay, here's the greatest car roster and the greatest map that any open world driving game has ever had. but there's nothing satisfying to do that's actually going to reward you or give you any credits. Or does that metaphor make sense? Like, I feel like this is the greatest canvas, but they didn't give me a paintbrush or paint to like play the freaking game. I don't know. I know I'm not grasping at straws because Gran Turismo 7. I just wish this had a little bit more of that credit system or just like reason to keep coming back system. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm just gonna finish out this race. And I feel like I've said all of the points that I was trying to get across. Let me know in the comments once you have beaten the campaign in this game. What have you been doing? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many cars that you want to try out and experiment and build. And, like, I just want more racetracks. Give me more race. Like, it's not rocket science. I wish there was more racetracks in this game. Like, would it kill him to put like a fictional Tsukuba? I don't know how to pronounce that racetrack, but I've been racing it for the last 20 years in video games. Put like fictional. I know you can't, like, they don't have the licenses for the real tracks, but I mean, make some fictional tracks. Bust out your Mario Kart skills, or I mean, Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo 7 have fictional tracks. I just like have more proper race tracks in the game. I know they have a couple. They have a few. I just wish they had some that were more like, I don't know, just felt more like real race tracks. Or I like driving in the open world like this. Maybe have a few more big ol' Goliath races. Or, I don't know. I don't have any brilliant points to make. It's just a general feeling and vibe, which is like, this game is so good. I just wish there were more things to do in it that were rewarding for me, and that actually rewarded me in the game. Another thing, is it just me, or were there way too many off-road and cross-country races in the campaign? I don't think they should have had the two separate things, like the wristbands and then the Explore Japan campaigns, because let's be honest, most people didn't do Explore Japan because everyone just wanted to race to the finish of the wristband system. So then you weren't getting to do the Toge or the street racing. And I found myself just having, because I wanted to get to Legend Island because it has the race that I like, this Goliath race. But it felt like all I was doing was playing off-road rally racing. And I don't know. I just wanted something that felt a little bit more like, road cars, your dream cars. Something that involved more like tuner, like starting out humble, upgrading it, and then get to your dream cars. I don't know, just nothing about the loop in this game was satisfying to me at all. I kept waiting. I kept just racing through the events and like waiting to get to the good part, and I never got to the good part. And it sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm not. This game is amazing. It's really, I can't be the only one that feels this way. Like, I give this game a 10 out of 10, and I also give it a 0 out of 10 because it's so frustrating to me that there's not more of that like satisfying itch that I'm describing. There's no way to scratch that itch in this game that you could in like a Gran Turismo 7. Anyways, this game is amazing. They do so many things right. They get a huge audience. They make it accessible. The graphics, I know I'm saying the same stuff, but there's just, I'm not saying it's a bad game. It just was, I know how to say this. It's an amazing, great, amazing game, but it was deeply unsatisfying for me. Can anybody else relate to that? Like, technically, it's a marvel. This game is a masterpiece. But it just, for whatever reason, it just didn't leave me. It just was not satisfying. I just kept waiting to get to the good part. I don't know. And I'm gonna keep playing it because it's so. What's here is just perfection. Like, I think that's why I'm making this video. It's like everyone, if you can relate, like definitely like a love-hate relationship with this game. Like it, I know I'm gonna keep playing it because it's so freaking good. But I just wish. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. Where's the checkpoint? Oh. I know I'm going to keep playing this game, but I just wish there was more stuff to do in it and a way to progress and, you know, keep you coming back. That's all I got. There's still a lot of cars that I want. I want the F40. I want the F50. I want the Enzo. I want the R8. Let's see. I want the McLaren P1, the McLaren F1. I'm trying to think of like the expensive cars that I actually want. I don't know. Where's this checkpoint? But I'll give you an example, like the Ferrari F40. It's $2 million, and I think the Ferrari F50, which I really want, is like 3.5 million credits. It's cool that those cars cost that much. So it's something to work towards, but like, I don't like this race that I'm doing I think is going to pay about $250,000. So you'd have to do this race, which is incredibly long, like 10 times to get 2.5 million. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, can there please be more variety? Like, let me know in the comments, what events are you doing to get credits? Because honestly, is anyone doing anything, or is everyone just doing the skill point farming maps, and then you buy the same car 700 times from the auto show and use the skill points to get wheel spins? Like, it's just a sad, miserable fact that that's how everyone has to progress, because the creators of the game didn't add any way to progress in the game. It's really confusing to me. Like, I think they just want us to just wait for wheel spins. Oh, maybe next festival playlist I'll get more wheel spins. It's like, no, this game is amazing. Let us play it how we want to play it on our terms. Anyways, let's see how many credits I got for that. Okay, so leveling up, that probably got me a wheel spin, and then I got 200,000 credits. I could have cranked the difficulty up more, but it's really hard for me to drive and talk at the same time, so didn't want Bowie knife to lap me on the Goliath. But thank you so much for watching until the very end. I think we're sitting at about 4,500 subscribers. I know this was an odd video and quite different from what I normally do, but I'm really passionate about this series, and I just wanted to see if there was anybody else out there that kind of had these same thoughts, and, you know, maybe connect in the comments. But thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon.